Before I start, I want to ask you to subscribe to my channel. And after the story, please share your thoughts in the comments. I promise this one is going to make you feel every moment of betrayal and heartbreak. It was a Tuesday evening when my world started to crack. I remember scrolling through my phone, half listening to the TV, when a notification popped up, a message from my wife, Jenna. But it wasn't the usual casual on my way home type. It was a photo, a positive pregnancy test. I froze. My heart raced, but not in the way you'd think. Confusion settled in first, then a deep, hollow panic. My hand trembled as I set the phone down, staring at the counter where we'd kept our coffee mugs, where just hours ago we'd laughed over burnt toast. She's pregnant, I whispered to myself. Then the thought hit me like ice. It's not mine. When she walked in, smiling like nothing had changed, I felt my stomach twist. "Why are you smiling like that?" she asked, brushing a strand of hair behind her ear. My lips curled into a small, hollow smile. "Because," I paused, letting the words settle. "You're pregnant and it's not mine." Her laughter faltered. "What?" she said, confusion flashing across her face. I could see the panic then, creeping in behind her eyes. That was the moment I realized the life we'd built, the trust, the little routines and whispered jokes might be gone forever. It hadn't been sudden. Looking back, the signs had been there, tiny cracks I'd refused to notice. Missed calls that she blamed on work, her phone always face down, texts she would quickly delete. I'd questioned myself, thought maybe I was being paranoid. Maybe I was imagining it. But then came the subtle shifts, the late nights out with friends who didn't exist, the faint scent of someone else's perfume on her scarf, and the way her laughter felt different, like it belonged somewhere I wasn't allowed to go. I began to see the truth in fragments, like shards of broken glass in the corners of my vision. The first real confirmation came by accident. She left her laptop open one evening, a Slack message glowing on the screen. "I can't wait to see you tonight. I love you." Signed with initials I didn't recognize. My chest tightened. My fingers shook. I wanted to believe I was wrong, that it was some misunderstanding, but the pit in my stomach knew better. I didn't confront her immediately. Part of me was still trying to salvage something, anything, even though every fiber of my being screamed that I shouldn't. But the more I watched, the more I noticed how careful she was, how rehearsed her lies became. Even simple things, the way she told me she was tired or busy, felt like rehearsed scripts, and I started cataloging every small deception, every omitted detail in my mind. Then the truth hit like a freight train. We were sitting at the kitchen table, the pregnancy test lying between us, silent but accusing. My hands gripped the edge of the table, so hard, I thought I'd leave fingerprints. I could see the guilt in her eyes now, the way she avoided mine, the way her fingers fidgeted with the edge of her sleeve. I didn't know how to tell you," she finally whispered. Her voice was small, almost broken, but it didn't lessen the sting. "It happened before we tried. I didn't want to lose you." The words barely landed. My mind was a hurricane. Anger, betrayal, disbelief, heartbreak, all colliding. I wanted to scream, to hit something, to make the world stop, but all I could do was sit there and feel the walls close in. Everything I thought I knew, every memory, every laugh we'd shared felt tainted now. "Did you love me at all?" I asked, my voice barely audible. Not the romantic, soft kind of love I remembered, but the piercing, desperate need to know I wasn't completely a fool. She shook her head, tears rolling down her cheeks. "I do. I did, I mean. I love you, but I made a mistake. A mistake." That word echoed in my head long after she left the room. A mistake. The life we had, the trust I'd given her, the future we'd planned, it wasn't a mistake. She had chosen. And in that choice, I was left to pick up the pieces of my own heart. I spent the next few days in a fog. Every little memory haunted me. The way she'd brush her hair behind her ear, the way she laughed at my dumb jokes, the way we'd planned quiet weekends together. Every little moment now felt like a lie wrapped in nostalgia. And yet, part of me still loved her, still wanted to forgive, to find some way back. But I realized that love without trust isn't love, it's an illusion. The day I told her to leave, I felt something shift inside me. Pain, yes, but also a quiet strength. I packed my bags, left the house that had once been our home, and stepped outside into the cold winter air, letting the wind slice through the fog in my mind. I won't lie, there were nights I cried, nights I wanted to call her to beg her to come back. But slowly I started building myself back. Small victories, like laughing again at a joke or sleeping through the night without nightmares. And while the memory of her betrayal still lingers, it doesn't define me anymore. To anyone listening, betrayal doesn't have to break you. It hurts. It shatters trust. But it can also teach you the value of self-respect, the strength of your own heart, and the importance of moving forward, even when it feels impossible.